So, welcome to Beyond the Lab, the science podcast. And today, our guest is someone at the forefront of tackling the food waste issue. She's the founder and CEO of Menteri Alam Eco, or MAEKO. MAEKO, right? That's the way you
Yes,
pronounce it.
yes,
Okay, so
yes.
MAEKO. So, please welcome Chelsea Chee. And before anything else, I would
Hello.
like to congratulate you on getting qualified to stage 3 of the Super Seed 2 Championship. How's the
Oh,
experience like?
thank you so much. Oh, amazing. It was a great experience because that's what was the first one that we do online. A lot
Mm,
of video recording, a lot of other things that we have had our first hand on it this time round.
it's good, it's good. And you recently also just launched an urban composting bin, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we've not only launched our urban composting bin, which is made available for everyone to do it at home.
Mm-hmm.
We believe that composting should be done at home rather than just within the organizations or at the shopping malls. We have also launched our composting on wheels recently.
Oh, cool, cool. Okay, so if somebody wanted to get an urban composting bin, where would they get it?
Oh, okay. First of all, you can get it online. It's
Mhm.
on all the online shopping platforms like Lazada, Shopee. You can also go into our website. We
Mhm.
have our own e-commerce online shopping on our website as well,
Okay, that's cool. So
which is
that is
www.meko.com.my.
okay. Yeah, that's easy to remember. Okay, so let's dive right into it. So before I talk about MAEKO and the business and the science of it,
Yeah.
maybe just for context, how severe is the food waste issue in Malaysia?
I think generally, if you really look into the food waste issue, it's not just affecting Malaysia, it's also affecting globally. In
Definitely.
Malaysia, basically, we generate about 15,000 tons of food waste on a daily basis. So the amount of this amount is seriously not looking that good, right? And out of that, 3,000 tons of those are avoidable food waste, meaning to say we are throwing away things that we accidentally buy extras,
Mm-hmm.
they've expired, we have this kind of pattern, a purchase pattern that is not very healthy. We buy
Yeah,
things, store in the
definitely
fridge,
Malaysians.
we are Malaysians, so we do things like that. So these are the things, out of 15,000 tons, 3,000 are avoidable.
Mhm.
And even in KL alone, actually we're throwing away 4,000 tons of food waste on a
Oh,
daily basis.
in
Yeah,
KL
it's
alone?
yes, in KL
That's
alone.
huge.
Oh yeah, it's a substantial amount,
Yeah,
and then this can feed a lot of people. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
If you were taking the consideration of that, and then moreover, if you're talking about one household, we spend a household of 5 people, we basically spend about 900 ringgit, a
Mm.
month. That comes up to throwing away part of it. We are throwing away a lot of the food waste, sort of like maybe 200 over ringgit a month. We're throwing away food waste that worth 200 over ringgit a month. Right? So it comes up to about 2007 in a year. Imagine each
Yeah,
household with five in a family. This is a big amount.
the big one. So, assuming it doesn't go into compost, right? Where would food waste go?
Well, generally now it lands in the landfill. All
Yeah.
right, it gets hauled out. We throw it into the bin. It gets hauled into the landfill. It rots there. Creating a lot of environmental issues. There'll be greenhouse gas emissions in the landfill, which
Mhm.
is very detrimental to the environment. Creating a lot of things like global warming, things like that. So
Yeah.
it still goes into the landfill, the majority of it.
Hmm.
Although what we are doing in MAEKO itself, what we do best now is to create a lot of awareness among
Hmm.
the people that there is a solution for your food waste. Don't throw into the landfills. Don't let it land there.
Yeah.
Divert it away from the landfills. Do some composting at home. That's how we launch our urban composting bin. Made available online. Uh,
So your composting is a little bit different from like the usual composting. So when I go on websites, right, and I search up general composting methods, they only usually ask me to compost like fruits, veggie, and stuff like that. But yours can digest like oils, bones. And so what are the key
uh,
difference in like general composting methods and the one that you produce?
Okay, I think the most important thing for a composting bin or a composting machine, I think
Hmm.
from here, we one of the players that we manufacture our own composting machines. So the key differences is you must have the technology, number one. You must have whether the technology is biological technology or it's going to be mechanical technology. The other thing is we have to create the convenience. It has to be very easy to handle. So is available in the market. You know, things are easily handled by anyone. You don't need a professor or a master degree holder to
Yeah.
handle the bin or the machine. And it has to be fast. Why? Because we eat every day. It has to be fast in composting. It can't take weeks. It can't be taking months. You know. Then if you have an urban bin, then you will need a lot of urban bins,
Mm-hmm.
which is uh, not practical at all. Yeah. So what we have is we culture our own microbes. Generally, we culture it and we call it scidozine. And this culture of microbes basically, yeah. So basically, it's a combination of different types of microbes that we can handle different types of food waste. That's why we say why we're not just handling fruits, why we're not just handling vegetables. We handle many other things like bones, like meat, you know, or expired products, expired food products, you know. And then we make it in a way that we combine and synergize it with a controlled mechanical system. If you're talking about our machine, it's an enclosed controlled mechanical system that gives a conducive environment for the microbes to work and do its job. So that's how the microbes would do its best, you know, and do it in a very quick manner.
I see.
So that's the difference.
So this might be like top secret information, like, but what kind of microbes do you actually use?
Okay, I won't be commenting on the microbes at this point of
Yeah.
time,
Mm.
but of course, we can consider it our Coca-Cola formula.
Mm.
What we have is they are safe. It has been tested that it can be used on a general basis, but it will only work with our machine because we synergize that in that manner. Lah.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's really a synergy between like biological and mechanical. So so
Yes.
let's assume that I'm a food waste, right? Like I'm a chicken bone
Mm,
and
yes.
I get put into a MAEKO composter. What happens to me? Like what's the process of the
What
composting?
happened to you? What
Yeah.
happens to the bone? Okay. It takes place. Of course, in the composting itself, there's an element of heat element inside.
Mm.
So the bones gets composted naturally. There is no burning involved in any of our machine, any of our composters. We don't believe in burning. Burning takes a lot of energy. That's not
Yeah.
environmental friendly at all. And burning also kills microbes. They cannot live.
Oh yeah, true.
So
Mm.
yeah. So for microbes itself, as long as we create a warm environment for it, and then it breaks down the bone. So the bones after 2 hours it gets shorter, it gets smaller in pieces, you know. And then if you want to even enhance it better, we have machines that has a grinding system that is built into it. So if
Mm.
you have even bigger bones than the chicken bone, you have lamb, you take your lamb shank, you know, things like that. I can even go inside, but you can
Mm,
go
wow.
through our grinding system first,
Mm.
and then it gets into smaller pieces. So it enhances the composting process as well.
Mm, I see. So going back, you mentioned something like that. You so no burning and then uses less energy. You actually got an like a
Mm-hmm.
certificate for that, right? Because you the
Um, we have
Mhm.
this life cycle and inventory, you know, analysis. So we have
Mm.
gone through that with Sirim, and we have also, by doing so, we know that if you compare 1 ton of food waste being thrown to the landfills and 1 ton is placed into using a MAEKO composters, you basically reduce the greenhouse gas by 66%.
Oh wow.
So that's
Okay.
one of those is a huge amount of
Mm.
reduction. So a lot of organizations would like to know this, and we do tabulate statistics for them
Mm.
if they have been
Okay.
using our composters. Mm.
So seeing how your micro composter is very, very complex, right? So what was the
Sounds
process
complex.
like from research to commercialization? Because when let's say I do research at my degree,
Oh,
right? It's
mm,
very small scale, but
mm,
how do you scale it up to
mm.
whatever you have now? What what's your experience
Okay.
like? Yeah.
I think the journey was
Mhm.
it's a very challenging and very exciting. Challenging yet exciting. we started before we commercialized our product. We started our research and development in composting and also
Mm.
into the biological system as well. So that 4 years was all about research and development. Then we deployed our first machine in 2015. That's when we stepped foot into a resort in the highlands,
Mm-hmm.
where burning and burning of food waste are not allowed. So this is a
Mm.
very environmental resort. I'm not going to name the resort here.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's how it began. So we constantly improve. I think now by now our machines are our sixth generation machines.
Wow.
So it's
Okay.
a sixth gen already. I mean, we started deploying in 2015. So that journey itself, we created a lot of awareness. Of course, we run a lot of campaigns. That's how it has to be done. Because in Malaysia, still in Malaysia, being Malaysians, we are not so exposed to a lot of other methods and composting solutions that are available.
Yeah.
So now
Cool.
that we bring forth whatever that we can be done in with our local technology, then
Mm-hmm.
it is, it's born and bred here, things like that. So we create a lot of awareness campaign, educational campaigns
Mm.
to bring across, and that's how we scale from selling one unit into many, and now organizations and corporates do take us as one of the key composting companies in Malaysia
Mm-hmm.
that they can rely on. Now, the next thing is, because MAEKO we not only design our own machines, we also manufacture, we also assemble them ourselves. We have
Mm.
our own engineers and also technical people that can assist and support in all after sales services that is required.
Mm. I
That's
see.
one key thing that we have scaled so far.
Mm. So you mentioned 4 years, right? And I think that's a long period of time for me, lah, personally. So did you ever do you like ever get tired, or was there like any challenges that you faced? I still remember during those 4 years.
Oh, I think we do cry a lot during the 4 years. We realized that Malaysian foods are made out of so many types of
Yeah,
different
all the
different things.
curries.
Yes, all the spices, the
Yeah.
curry, the oil, the whatever it is. We like
Mm-hmm.
fried stuff. Malaysians being Malaysians, we like fried stuff. We like curry. We like spicy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that's made us. It's rather challenging, and we made it in such a way now that all these food waste, whether you have your kuah curry, whether you have your
Ah.
spaghetti sauce, whether today you have your lamb shank and all your your mushroom soup or whatever it is, put into the composter. You don't even need to rinse the food waste.
Mm.
You don't even need to wash them, or clean
It
them.
takes
Just
everything,
put it.
right?
Yes,
That's
yes,
good.
yes,
That's amazing.
yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about education. So whenever I go to like courses and like stuff like that, right? I realize that educating the
Mm,
people is always the hardest part. So was it
mm.
hard? Was it difficult to educate people on like composting methods and stuff like that?
Yes, a lot of people are not there to, we don't have, we have inadequate education in Malaysia and on
Yeah.
how to manage food waste. First of all, we are glad now that in schools they started having green clubs,
Yep.
having green clubs to teach people on composting, why shouldn't we waste? First of all, why we shouldn't be wasting food. And
Mm.
then if those food are unavoidable, there are solutions and methods to resolving it rather than throwing to the landfills. So
Mm.
we go around to schools. We even have our customers who has our machines. When they have a compost that they would like to give away, they give it to us, and then we run programs at schools
Oh, okay.
on teaching the
Mm.
kids how to do it. We run even with the universities. We work very closely with people like Isaac,
Mm.
so to expand the horizons of
Yeah,
awareness,
that's
not
good.
only to Malaysia but to other countries, when they have
Mm-hmm.
delegates visiting us. So
Mm.
we bring them around, tell them there's a technology like this. We bring them around site visits, teach them how it is done, how they segregate from the point of food waste disposal from the kitchen, from the preparation waste, how it's done, how it's segregated up to the point where you put into the composter and then back out. Also, we also teach conventional composting, how it is done at home.
Mm-hmm.
If those who have the luxury of space at home, we
Yeah.
do teach them the step by step on how to do it the easy way.
Mm.
If you want to have a more good looking bin, then you can get our urban bin composting. It's very
Yeah.
durable. You can get that and do it at home. So it's either for organizations or corporates or hotels or schools or hospitals to get our
Mm.
machines. They can purchase them or rent them from us.
Mm.
Then for those who want to do it at home, they can do the urban use the urban bin
Mm.
composting. So we teach them various solutions that
Okay.
they can do it. Yeah. So that's how we create awareness. So
Mm.
the people ask, only your machine? Can I do it another simpler way when I don't need to use a machine? Yes, yes, of course. Do use the conventional way of doing it.
Yeah, which
We
takes
do teach them.
time.
Yeah. So now the children are more aware than the
That's
adults.
good.
So we hope that the children would actually tell their parents
Yeah.
and then let them create the awareness among the family members that
Mm.
there's a way. So I think the kids are the influencer now.
Yeah, with all the social media and stuff like that. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So your
Okay.
strategy is like mainly targeting young people, like, is like the children, schools. I see you run a lot of programs in schools as well, right?
Yeah, it has to be
Mm.
for the future generation because it's
Definitely.
not about us now. Yeah, it's about the young ones, the one
Mm-hmm.
who is coming up now. Yeah, they are the one going to be the changer of the world, right?
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
yeah. So next question, like what kind of research undertakings are you running now? So to improve and like what kind of areas are you looking at? Maybe it's top secret. I'm not
Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, up to you.
A little bit top secret, but
Okay.
of course I can share that. Of course, we are trying to even speed up our composting process
Mm-hmm.
from 24 hours to a lesser time period. That's one, and we are also now starting a range of products that are far cheaper to adopt.
Mm.
Of course, price is always a factor in Malaysia and anywhere in the world. If you say I want to run something new, I need to look into a good price factor. So we are
Yeah.
we are doing all we can. Of course, not still maintaining the quality of the machine, uh,
Mm-hmm.
but reducing and the cost of the price of the machine down so
Okay.
that more can adopt it. Okay. In terms of technology, we are now moving towards Internet of Things, so we
Yeah.
can so we can detect what's in the machine, how's the machine running through our apps and also from our mobile phones. So
Mm.
these are the things that we're doing. Of course, other than that, whatever scientifically or biological things that we are now improving, that still need. I won't comment so much.
Okay, no worries, no worries.
um,
Understand.
yeah, so we have more things coming up. It's going
Okay,
to
that's
be,
good.
it's going to be a very big excitement. I mean, of course, IoT is one thing,
Mm-hmm.
having cheaper composter is one thing. Now we're going to launch our ECF program for our home unit. It's coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
fast one, not the urban bin composting, but the
Okay.
home unit that composts within the next 24 hours as well.
Oh
So
wow,
those that
okay.
you can place,
Mm.
yeah. So that we are running that. Of course, more exciting news on how we can convert your food waste to something more resourceful. So
Mm.
that is, we will launch soon. We hope to speak to you guys again when we launch.
Yeah, sure, sure. So listeners, check out your Facebook page, okay? And check out
Yes,
your website
yes.
as well. So your business model is pretty interesting, right? Because you don't only sell, you also rent and lease. And why is that actually?
Okay, well, now, in 2019, we realized that we want, I think it matches very closely to the vision of the company.
Mm.
We're talking about committed to helping the globe achieve zero waste. So how can we do that? How can we do that in a more circular way? So why we came up in 2018, even before COVID hit us, we were already looking into this circular economy kind of business model where
Mm-hmm.
we have to be more resilient against climate change or even any other unexpected pandemic that's going to come again. We don't know. So we came into the rental model. We realized a business model in order to be a circular economy, in order to support the SDG goals of the United Nations, we must be able to be circular. We
Mm.
have to rent it out is returned to us. We repair again, and then it goes back. We rent, so
Oh,
it goes
okay.
back into the
Mm.
business. So it's more resilient in that manner. So the company, we're talking about, of course, if you're talking about a very linear business, we have always been in the linear business of selling our composters only. But in late 2019, we started renting, so to be more circular in the business model. So it's all about our vision now. We want to achieve so that everyone who doesn't want to own any assets
Yeah.
or any composter, they can rent from us, hassle free. Service is all on us.
Oh, okay.
we
That's
we
cool.
yeah we maintain the machine. You don't have to pay extra for any service or annual preventive maintenance. So it's all done by us. So
Mm.
so we keep it going.
Mhm.
And then yeah, we keep it going, and yeah, it's good for you and me, everybody.
So is it going better than the selling business model now?
Oh, it's picking up. It's
Oh,
picking
okay,
up.
that's good.
People more receptive. It's picking up. So we are renting more and more and more units now.
Okay.
And yeah, people are accepting it as, oh, that's fine. I don't want to service it. I want you guys to be maintaining the machine for us. We are very happy to do that. You can
Mm.
ask me to sign how many years is fine.
That's
It's
good.
good. Yeah, it's picking up. I'm
Mm.
impressed. Uh,
So definitely a good decision. Very smart decision as well.
Yes, yes, yes. So, in order to scale a business, I think we need to be, first of all, everyone in the world, it's a global decision to be circular.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all about circular economy. It's
Yeah.
all about how resilient you are when something comes up.
Hmm.
How can you sustain in business? So this is it's a good. I feel the myself and our management team has made a good decision.
Yeah.
About
I can
it.
attest to that. Sounds good. So over the 5 years, right? Over the five
Mm,
years of your business, I'm pretty sure there are lots of
mm.
challenges. Maybe walk us through some of the challenges and what was your solution to that? Yeah. On the business aspect. Yeah.
Okay. Number one is always the awareness. When we started,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
people are not aware. So that was a huge challenge. People say, I'd rather throw things away. Why should I just, compose? I don't know. Is there something like that? So the awareness was one. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the inadequate educational about how we can manage food waste is also another challenge to us. People
Mm.
are not educated. Yeah. Long gone the days where I remembered in the kampong days where I remembered my grandmom. You cook something and then throw into a tin. Then somebody comes
Yeah.
behind cycling and collect your tin.
Does that
So
happen?
long gone the days.
Never seen that in my life before.
You never seen that, huh?
No.
Ayo, okay, that's why my hair is gray, yours is not. Okay, anyway, so and then another thing is there is no law in managing food waste that you are supposed to manage food waste. Yeah,
Oh
there's
yeah.
no food waste act. There's no food waste act. There's no policy. So it makes us a bit more people thinking, why should I do it? I don't need, unless I'm so environmental friendly, unless my organization has a goal to support UN SDG goals,
Mm-hmm.
then it's because of corporate social responsibility that we are doing it. So that was our biggest challenge lah.
Mm.
Getting people to understand the importance of handling, diverting the food waste from the landfills. The importance of that is creating a lot of detrimental. It's very detrimental to the environment if you just let it rot in the landfills. You can turn them into a resource now. Why don't you
Yeah.
turn it to a resource? So we got to teach people your food waste can be turned into a resource, and then it can be used again for urban farming. We
Mm-hmm.
encourage, yeah, we encourage those that you can even your herbs. You can do
Yeah.
normal planting at home with organically. You don't even
Mhm.
need to buy any chemical fertilizers to do it.
Yeah.
The compost can do its job as well, as good as fertilizers. So these are the thing, and then um, people say, hey, I'm just not, I'm just not ready. Some companies
Mm-hmm.
are just not ready. Oh, it's totally new to us. So managing food waste from our kitchen. Oh, we just normally throw it away. Now it's totally new to us. So that process took us some time.
Mm.
That process was one of our challenge and took us some time to get people up to today in year 2020. After COVID is even better now. People are more they care more about the environment. and the
Mm.
hygiene of their premise,
Mm.
their cooking areas, things like that. So it's improving.
That's good.
I'm impressed, and I feel very, very appreciative that people are now more aware.
Mm. Yeah, because last time I worked at an F&B restaurant as well, and all the food we just throw it away. That's the easiest way. How do you actually convince them to
Yeah.
like pick up your machine and try to use your machine?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
First of all, you see, having our machine definitely will reduce your pest issue.
definitely. Yeah, true. Because it's orderless,
Yeah.
right?
Okay. Yeah. And then another thing is, people always think that food waste are very smelly. Number one, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
Then
It is.
and they say, hey, that is composting very smelly, right? Very smelly, right? It's
Mm.
going to rot there, right? So people have this perception,
Mm-hmm.
But of course, we have made it in such a way that everything is built in the machine. So
Oh yeah.
composting, yes, definitely. Composting has a kind of a smell, but it's not a foul smell. It's not like it's rotting in a bin, that kind of thing. So now people are more, when they understand more, they are more receptive.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, they would ask us, do you have any other programs that I can run? For example, if I adopt your machines, do you run programs? Do you share? Like training programs and awareness campaign
Mm.
with my employees? So we
Mm.
say, yeah, we do. So
That's
if the
good.
compost you have, we will teach them how to plant even their things of leafy vegetables at home. We can give them programs,
Mm.
have a family day, we guide them. So these are the things we try to encourage, not only just selling the machines or renting the machines.
Mm.
You
So
know,
once people get educated, I think I will assume that it becomes way easier to get them to adopt, right? Because I think composting is something that everybody should do.
it has to be a lifestyle.
Yeah,
It has to
definitely.
be a lifestyle. We believe that it must be a lifestyle. We are creating that so that it's going to be a lifestyle.
Mm.
Like I say, oh, you don't do composting at home? It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you're out of date. Yeah, you're not in the forefront of environmentalists no more.
Yeah, true.
Things like
Mm.
uh,
So
things like
you mentioned something about COVID, right? Did COVID impact you? Because I know F&B restaurants definitely hit hard. Did they affect you?
Mm. Am I supposed to tell the truth?
Up to you, I
Okay.
guess.
Anyway, that's a joke.
Yeah.
That's a joke. Anyway, yes, COVID has affected us. Deliveries were all halted.
Oh, okay.
There were no deliveries, no payment.
Oh, yeah, that's
Okay,
true.
but anyway, of course, we handled it quite well. We are also very uh, appreciative that we had some governmental supports for all our employees, the Prihatin supports. That is really very helpful.
Mm.
The COVID has made us evolve. It has not put us down. I think the entire team in MAEKO, including our self-management team, including our sales department, including our technical and production departments, all the people are geared up now. They
Mm-hmm.
understand. We have learned a lot from COVID that, we are more appreciative that we have they're working with a product that will help, the environment. So,
Yeah.
we affected us in our business flow, yes, for that period of time. But
Mm.
everything now is gaining back momentum, I
Okay,
see.
that's good. Mm.
Yeah, it's gaining back momentum. And of course, the government has done their best also to support us in all their ways with, all the relief funds that we can actually, assist us. I
Mm.
think these are the things that is needed. So we've also learned, we now confirm that our rental business model is definitely more resilient.
That's good. That's good.
So we've confirmed that this
Mm.
COVID has given us, a heads up already.
Mm.
So that's one thing. Good.
Mm.
Mm.
So also you mentioned that, I mean, I've read some article that you're expanding into Indonesia, right? How's that going? Or is that
Oh,
going?
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. We are creating the markets in our neighboring countries.
Mm.
Going to Indonesia, we've started our company in Thailand.
Oh,
We are
Thailand as
expanding
well?
to other countries. Yes, Thailand as well.
Mm.
So we work very closely. We choose. I think we choose the right partners. Partners who are also very passionate in the business. Partners who are aggressive enough to understand that. These will not only, we always put our partners in Thailand and in Indonesia or in the Philippines or Singapore, number one, we put the people first, the planet first, and then generally the profit comes next. So this
Mm.
is always the ultimate goal first, that you have to have passion in this business.
Yeah.
And so, and then we work very closely with them to strategize individual, partners, individual strategies for each country. So we do have very good strategic partners in these countries to work
That's
with.
good. Mm.
We're going to scale it up even further, and then this COVID or this RMCO is not going to stop us. A lot of
That's
things
good.
can be
Yes.
done via. I think a lot of the training, even technical training sessions now, are all
Mm.
done via Zoom calls. So we call it the Zoom training, and then I think these are the things. Virtual training is possible. My partners, my global partners, and also my customers can actually log into our website. They have a login where they can see all the videos and how we teach them to do their
Mm.
things, and how they, the training slides are all there. So we've transformed.
Mm. How's the education
Since
there though, compared to Malaysia? Is it better or is
okay.
it?
Okay, they are any country, any Asia country needs awareness lah. You
Mm.
need a lot of campaigning. When it comes to food waste management, you need a lot of campaigning. The government is aware. They know they need all these things. They need to put it into places where a lot of food waste are generated.
Mhm.
The public needs a lot of campaigning. So our Indonesian partner is strategizing with us to do a lot of all these educational and also
Oh.
social media campaignings, to get all these things across to the public. So
Mm.
that we have to work very closely. Yes,
Mm.
any
So
form, any country, not
Mhm.
only Malaysia, but any
Yeah.
country needs a lot of all this campaigning, awareness campaign.
But your partners are the one running the awareness campaign, right? So you don't travel back and forth and run to their schools, right?
I would love to, but I can't. I would love to travel. I think I'm a person who likes to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be involved, you
Yeah.
know. So it's not about not micromanaging or things like that. I mean, I
Yeah.
would love to leave it to them, but I would like to be involved in that journey of creating the awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody understands it more than us who's in the
Yeah.
business.
True.
Yeah, and nobody understands, of course, the pain that people think, oh, I need to segregate. You mean I need to segregate the bone? I say, no, 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 you don't need to segregate the bone now. Everything can go in. Even now, we have compostable packaging. As long as it's 100% compost packaging, you can put it in, no
Mm.
worries. Kari macam mana? Kari boleh. Oh, then it will say, oh, bisa, kari bisa. So all these things, we need to do all this. I mean, it's a journey. It's fun.
Mm.
You'll be surprised. I mean, my team is also very excited whenever we do composting on Wheels event. We see
Mm.
children, we are so impressed. Oh, children wants to know more. We teach
Oh,
more.
that's so cute.
I mean, yeah, they want to know. Oh, what is? They ask questions that you will never believe, and
Mm.
any adults will not ask.
Maybe
So
I should join you guys one day.
yeah, join us one day for our events, and then you feel
Can.
it. You can take some photos. The children are very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much from my side. So for maybe to close, let's close on a high note. I've closed for some advice. So
Oh, I
maybe
know.
do you have like any advice for young entrepreneurs who want to enter this, the food waste space?
Okay. Um, I think it's all about us. It's all about the future generation. Do get yourself involved in food waste management. That's the way to create a resource that is going to be helping Mother Earth now. Make it a goal. Make it a closed loop, a sustainable goal. Not only within your family, but also in your organizations that you work with.
That's good advice. So I think that's pretty much. So thank you, Chelsea, for joining me today for this podcast.
Mhm. Thank
So I
you. Thank
hope
you
you
so
enjoyed this
much.
conversation.
Thanks, Julian. Thanks, Julian.
No
Thanks.
worries.
Yeah, yeah. It's a great time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Beyond the Lab podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did making it. So stay tuned for the next one.